welcome to a lovely, rainy, windy day in my life. You can see just how overcast it is, and it is currently raining pretty intensely. Whoop. It has not been this rainy in a long time, so we needed it around here. But anyways, I just got home, you guys. It's about 1:45 right now. This morning, I went off to meet my fiance for our little midweek morning date that we now do. We got a little food and just hung out at this cute little cafe, which, may I just say, cafes are the best place to be on a rainy, overcast morning. Oh, it was just perfect, you guys, and everybody and their uncle had the same idea. It was packed. It was so packed, which makes so much sense because, again, perfect day to be doing what we were doing. Completely forgot to get footage of it. My apologies, but believe me when I say it was so cute and cozy and just the sweetest ever. After that, it was really exciting. We looked at wedding bands and wedding rings online, trying to gauge kind of what we're looking for, what styles we want, what kind of width we're looking for. I'm a very simple girl, you guys. I want the most basic ring possible. Skinny, gold, simple, nothing fancy, just a little personalization engraving on the inside of the ring with our wedding date on it. That is all that I want. Very simple. But for him, we're just trying to make sure that his finger sizing is correct because he's never, of course, worn a ring in his life. So we're just trying to figure out sizing, and we're trying to figure out different types of rings as far as like gold plated versus sterling silver versus pure gold, just all that stuff. Because as much as I love to wear like my earrings, and I now am wearing a ring and I keep this necklace on, I'm really not well versed in the world of jewelry. I'm not really familiar with the differences between these different types of metals, I guess. There's different types of materials for rings and all these things. So it's a whole learning curve for me and my fiance, but we just want to make sure that we get a ring that's going to last our whole lives, last a long time, through everything that we would wear them for. So waterproof, scratch proof, I guess, all these different things. So if you guys happen to have any tips or suggestions on how we should go about finding rings that are simple, that are just good quality but aren't gonna break the bank. If you guys have any tips, suggestions for like materials we should look for, or brands, or like jewelers or companies that you guys know of, please let us know. Please, we would be so grateful because we are like lost puppies in the world of jewelry. Anyways, so sorry you guys, did not get a video of us doing that, but I did show you guys a little bit of the view that we were looking at while we were going online exploring rings. We just sat by this cute little beach and we were looking out at it. It was super rainy, so we obviously didn't go outside and like explore, but we at least had a nice little view of the water and the little beach. So that brings us to the present moment, and I have some work to do tonight. This is the day of the week where I don't see clients until the mid to late afternoon and evening. So I've got a little bit of time until my first clients, but I want to tackle a couple to-dos on my to-do list. First things first, work is first, right? So making sure I prep for clients, and then also I need to send off some emails. But I also have some wedding to-dos that I'd like to get done as well, because this Saturday, which I've been really trying to use my Saturdays as wedding prep and planning days, because there are only so many Saturdays left until we get married. So this upcoming Saturday, I thought I was gonna have all day, but for a very good reason, I will not, and it's because my brother is actually moving towards the area. He's moving kind of close to home. So my family is gonna be going to help move them in and just settle them in, all that kind of stuff, which we're so pumped for, looking forward to it so much. So I need to use the other free time that I have to get some of the wedding stuff done rather than wait till Saturday, because obviously I won't have Saturday to do some of that stuff. So I'm going to get some of my work things done right now, and then I'll catch up with you guys to kind of fill you in on some wedding things that I'd like to tackle. And they're very exciting things and fun things, so I can't wait to take you guys with me as I do them. Let's start by transitioning the desk space This is always what I have to do because, as you guys see, I always do my morning prayer, journaling, all that kind of stuff here, and so I just need to swap out that stuff for my work stuff. So my work laptop is here. I keep a notebook here. This is where I take client notes when I'm in session to refer back to, and then this is obviously where I see clients through Zoom, and this is where documentation gets submitted and my email and all that good stuff. Oh, you know what I did forget to do? I forgot to text my fiance that I made it home safe. Got to do that first. All right, guys, so I'm just gonna set up my little space here. I'm going to plug in my laptop. The main thing that I need to do right now is send off an email. It shouldn't take too long. Actually, it should be very, very fast. So I'm just going to log on to my laptop and do that quickly. Well, that took all of about 2 minutes or so. Emails are done. That is something I always like to remind myself of. You know, sometimes there are these tasks that we need to do that we feel like are so big in a way, like, oh, like sending these emails. But then we sit down and we realize, oh, that literally took 2 seconds, you know? And I feel like sometimes we can fall into the procrastination trap. If we don't give ourselves a moment to realistically remember, like, if I do this thing, it's going to take way less time than I actually expect, and I'm gonna feel so much better when it is done. Had to change the top because that cropped white sweater thing, as much as I love it so much, I'm already jumping head to fall. It was a little bit cooler this morning, but now it is very humid and hot, so we just needed to switch. And so now we are fully greened out to the maximum. But anyways, I wanted to share with you guys what is on the agenda for today other than work in the wedding department. One of my main goals for this week, which is kind of how I've been sorting out my goals and to-dos lately, is by week rather than by day, just because I feel like sometimes my days have their twists and turns that kind of force me to have to slow it down and kind of take a step back as far as wedding things. So I like to actually say, okay, this is what I'm getting done by the end of this week. And then that gives me freedom and flexibility to tackle whatever those things are at the right time and not feel so crazily pressured and stressed about it. I'll read off for you guys what was on the wedding to-do list for this week. Granted, it's only halfway through the week, so there's still time, thankfully. First thing was to renew passports. So my passport was due to expire, and there was a possibility that travel could have been a little bit tricky if I didn't get that set up in time for our honeymoon. Also, we wanted to research and order our wedding bands, or at least like buy our wedding bands by the end of this week. And then the other thing, which I'm going to be doing today with you guys, assembling some bridesmaid gifts and bridesmaid things, which I'm really excited about. I'm actually looking at the things right now, which we'll get to. I also am going to be meeting with a couple of my bridesmaids on Friday and Saturday, so I'm really looking forward to that, being able to actually gift these things to them and officially ask them, like really officially ask them to be my bridesmaids, because I feel like I've dropped hints but I haven't fully asked, so it's definitely time to do that. The other thing on the to-do list for this week was confirming that one of our wedding guests would be able to bring up some of the gifts during the wedding mass. Also on the list is to contact a member of our parish who we are really hopeful will be able to kind of help guide people as they arrive to the wedding, who can kind of man the doors, you know, and if people ask, hey, where's the bathroom, like he can point them to where he needs to go. We're also hoping, again, really hoping that he might be able to stick around for the reception to help, you know, if people who are maybe elderly are wanting to get food, like he could go up and get it for them, like that kind of thing. Or he could be someone who would look out for a spill on the floor and could be that guy to kind of just clean it up, be the man for those things. So again, we don't know if he's even free for that day or even wants to be a part of it. But that's my mission, one of my missions this week, to get in touch with him, to invite him and ask him if he can do it. The other thing on our to-do list this week is to hopefully schedule a meeting with a AAA travel agent so that we can really start moving forward with booking our honeymoon. Another thing related to Bridesmaids is I need to place the order for some final touches for their outfits for the wedding day. And the final thing on the list, guys, is to schedule a time to meet with our wedding photographer at the church so that he can kind of get a sense of what the church looks like and kind of what different parts of the mass look like and how they will fit together and kind of the types of pictures that we're hoping to get. So we're hoping to just be able to set like a day and time that we can meet with him. So those are all the things, you guys. These are the little bridesmaid earrings. I absolutely love them. They have some gold detailing and they're like little leaves and then these little kind of pearl drops. So cute. I got a pack of 4, but one of the pairs unfortunately got damaged in the mail. So I was able to thankfully get a little refund replacement thing. So that'll be coming in, I think, over the next couple of days, thankfully. So I'll be able to assemble that one separately just because it'll be coming in a little bit later. These are so cute. They came with the earrings. They're these little pouches and it says, "To my bridesmaid," and there were options to pick, you know, different colors or different words or whatever on the front, but I am very much a girl who loves neutrals, creams, golds. It's kind of the theme of the wedding anyways. You can see how the earrings really match the little pouch itself too. Similar colors, similar vibes. So there's a little flap. I'll just open that up, and then inside, let's see, I'll do this for you. There's the inside, there's a little thing. And it also says, as you can see, "To my bridesmaid." I'm going to need to assemble these and actually put the earrings kind of in this. Just a little side note that I'm thinking about as I just finished up assembling the first little pair of earrings in the little pocket thing. I am absolutely loving the assembling process as the soon-to-be bride. I just think it is so special because every single time that I am like taking the earrings off of their original piece of cardboard and I'm like assembling them onto the little like pretty thing that the earrings go on and putting them into this, every time I'm doing that, I'm thinking of the girl. Like I'm thinking of the bridesmaid that's going to be wearing it. Like the fact that it is taking a little bit of time, not a lot of time, but it's taking some time to actually assemble all of this together is actually so special. And I did not plan it this way, honestly. I kind of thought the earrings would already come in these little pockets, but I am actually so thankful that this is the process because, like I said, I think it makes it more meaningful. I think it's really special that I'm getting to really put these together, and like I said, it's forcing me to slow down and actually think about like who's gonna be wearing the pair that I just assembled. So it's really special. Little, I don't know, tidbit of advice maybe for any bride to be in the future. I think it's really, really sweet and fun to be able to assemble some of this stuff on your own. All right, let's finish the rest. pairs of earrings are assembled in their little bags. Like I said, I have one more pair coming in the mail, and that will go in this little bag, and as soon as it gets here I will assemble that one, but that should be a couple more days, I'm thinking. So I'll put this to the side to be done later. But I'm just so happy. I'm so happy with how they came out. They're so cute. And next thing that I'm going to do, probably tomorrow, if not maybe on Friday, I'm just gonna go and get some cute, simple little gift bags with some nice like wrapping paper and put the earrings in their own little gift bags for each bridesmaid. So 2 of these will be distributed on Friday night when I see 2 of the girls, and then this 3rd one here will be distributed on Saturday, and then like I said, that last one coming in will be distributed once those arrive. So ooh, what is that? Oh, thought it was a bug, but it ain't a bug, thankfully. So yes, that feels so good, you guys. I can cross that kind of off the list right now. Yes, friends, another update I completely forgot to mention, but don't want to forget to tell you, my fiance and I are going to be touring an apartment on Monday when I get out of work. We are so excited. This would be the place that we would be moving into together after we get married. So my fiance, his lease will run out before we get married. So he'd be living there on his own for a little bit of time before I would move in. So I'm kind of thankful for that because it'll give me some time to move my stuff in before I'm actually living there, which is, you know, kind of nice. And also it gives him some time to adjust to a new place and also move his stuff in before we officially get married and start obviously living together. We're really hoping and praying that this apartment will work out. If it does not, it was not God's will. That is just as simple as it gets, and we are still putting our feelers out there for some other apartments in a certain radius. So we're really hopeful that we will find the right place when God says it's time and when he says this is the place for you guys. We are just open to his will, and of course hoping that he will bring us an apartment sooner rather than later. Friends, there is nothing like a good workout snack, and by that I mean literally snacking on a workout. And yes, with earrings on, sometimes it happens. Truly, one of my favorite things, if you guys have been watching my videos, you know I've mentioned this before, that I love the idea of snacking on workouts, especially if you are busy and you just don't quite feel like you have the time to do like an hour workout in one sitting, so to speak. Then breaking up your workouts into like snack size or bite size throughout the day can be so helpful. And not only that, but it helps you to take more advantage of the breaks that you're given. For example, on like your lunch break, that's a chance to snack on a little workout, and maybe you get a chance to snack on a workout before work in the morning and then a chance to snack when you get home. So rather than doing one big workout at one time that's really long, right? You're just doing smaller portioned workouts throughout the day. That is something that I learned in grad school, and I remember it was such an aha moment, and I just loved it. I think it was in my health psychology class, I believe it was, and I just, was it health? Yeah, it must have been health psychology. And ever since I heard that, I just was set on it. And so what I try to do especially because, you guys, working as a therapist, sometimes clients can't make it, or sometimes they'll cancel, and so you're just left with this open hour and you're like, okay, what do I do now? And those hours for me are opportunities to snack on some workouts, to get some more movement in, especially because my job is quite stationary. It's a lot of sitting, obviously. So just a little tidbit to share with you guys. I love a good workout snack, and if it's something you have not tried, I would just encourage you to give it a shot and let me know if you like it. Let me know how it goes. All right, so now that my snack is done, I have a little bit of time before I need to transition into my last client of the day. So to avoid becoming way too tired, because if I eat too much, I get exhausted and then my brain gets foggy and I cannot be a very effective therapist. Because of that, I'm going to find just a little light snack to kind of carry me through the next hour. And I have decided on some macadamia nuts. So let's get a little handful, just a wee bit, nothing crazy. Let's see. Yeah, this is perfect right here. Literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like a little handful like that. Oh, that's all I need. Just a little something to fuel the brain cells. And off we go.